welcome you to another draft. We welcome you to another edition of the shorts on This Is Wrestling. Welcome to the program. This is Wrestling, the shorts. Versage, Zach McGibbon. How are you, Zach?
I'm doing pretty good, Mr. Versage. We are continuing to roll along. We're going to roll on here on Monday Night Raw and continue our shorts episodes. So look forward to it.
We are not alone. We bring back the host of the last short. He is all riled up, Tanner Reil.
Yep, let's do this, boys.
How are you?
Doing pretty good.
But conspicuous by his absence in the last show, he is back. He's like, you're not taking my role that easily. The super fan, Ben Soubliere. How are you?
Somebody tried to steal my gimmick, brother.
Yeah.
Gimmick infringement. You're going to wrestler's court.
I'm kind of glad you weren't here for some of the jokes that were made at the start of that episode. You have to wait and hear that.
Oh boy.
I infringed your gimmick a little bit.
A lot. Yeah. A lot. So we welcome you to another draft here. But what is the topic? We were debating about what some of the topics would be. One of them was going to be, what finisher would you not want to take? But we didn't think that that had enough depth. And after, I took a vertebraker, like I'm out anyway. Yeah. So never survived that. So what we're going to do, Versage, Zach McGibbon, Ben Soubliere, Tanner Reil. We are going to go around the horn here. We've come up with the draft order. And this is, when they say, Lee, you're a generational talent. This is a generational show. So the idea here is that you, Zach, in particular, because I'm worried about you. I'm also worried about the one-legged ass-kicking Ben Soubliere who picked Jay White in one of our drafts, and I'm a little worried about him. But hopefully he can rebound. We have to take a wrestler from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and from 2020 until right now, at the end of May 2026. And it doesn't matter what order you take them in, but you have to have one from every category at the end. And then whose generational team, wrestlers of the last 50 years, best represents your world as a listener of pro wrestling. So we came up with an order, and of course, Zach cheated and got the first pick. Did you not?
I did not cheat. I looked at the super fan. I saw him click the button and I saw number one. And now I'm usually number one. So it's not surprising. Okay. So I'm glad to be number one again.
I'm pretty sure that you watched him keep clicking until you hit the number one. But the order is going to be you, Zach, then me, then Tanner.
I'm last. I know that.
Okay. So then Ben and then Tanner. And Tanner, you will get two picks.
Yes.
At the end as a snake draft, and then it will come back. And by the end, who will have the second, third, and fourth best teams behind me? We are about to find out. Did I mention the OSN hockey pool?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll mention it
a couple of times.
I'll mention it again on this show.
Yep.
I mean, it's tough winning your own pool all the time, but somebody, I try again. I'm going to try and lose this one. Very hard. I'm going to try and lose, but somehow I'm still going to I'll win it.
Yep.
And it's not my fault.
If you notice, he's mentioning a totally different sports / entertainment medium and not talking about pro wrestling, where he's number one at.
Right.
So
Zach,
because that's me, number one.
No, I won the last wrestling draft.
It
was close between you and I, but I won it. We know who finished last.
What does Chris Holsky think? That's what I want.
Yeah,
I was going to say, we got to get to Chris Holsky.
Somehow the barometer of all things.
Hey, look, he's a very knowledgeable mind, especially when he picks mine.
Smart guy, yeah.
Exactly. All right. So you have to take a wrestler from the 80s. And just to clarify for some of the rules, the listeners here, you can double up on a wrestler. So it can be like if Ben wants, no. These are my rules.
No, I don't like that.
No.
Once a guy's gone, I think he's off the board.
So if I wanted to take Hogan in the 90s, you could take Hogan from the 80s.
No.
That's a different thing entirely.
Nope.
No, once the name's off the board, it's off the board, but you can pick which decade you want to put it
Yeah,
in.
you got to have some strategy. So if you want,
Hold on. What? Why exactly are they telling me about my game? Why is that happening?
I actually thought it was set in stone. That's what you were doing. So this is a shock to me.
Right.
So
I thought we agreed on this.
I thought we did agree to this, but apparently not. Look.
You also, folks.
I'm number one, so I can roll with the punches. So it's okay.
Right.
But if we don't want to do
and
this,
folks, if you think that we should have talked about this before, you're probably right.
yeah, you're probably correct.
I thought it was obvious, Ben. Like,
I agree.
Hogan from the 80s
Old
is a
man
lot
yelling
different.
at a cloud here.
yeah, you pick which Hogan you take, but once you take Hogan, then nobody else can take Hogan. Because I know Zach would probably just take Triple H for all
Every
of
year.
that.
Every year.
Oh,
1990s Triple H,
That's
2000s Triple H,
that's a hell of a point by Tanner.
2010 Triple
I
H.
didn't know you take Triple H every
Boy, when I
decade.
watched that Triple H Shawn Michaels against Kane and Undertaker match in Riyadh, I knew I had
All
to
right,
select
fine.
him.
Once the wrestler's off the board, they're off.
Terra Ryzen might have had a match in the 80s even.
Yeah, I might. No, I think he
It'll be close.
debuted in the early 90s.
Okay.
So
Zach,
You know better than me.
you are on the clock.
yes,
We
I am
need
on
the
clock.
ESPN sounder, the draft.
Do 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 do.
No, sorry. And I screwed that up.
I was
The
TSN.
NFL sounder.
The NFL sounder. Okay.
Do that one.
Do 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 do.
There you go.
I could have gone in post for that, but I did not. Lee has this tendency. It's like, Zach, say it, or Zach, say it, or
Right.
Zach, or act it out. And I'm like, all right. I
Do-
guess I'm my
do-
own
do-
human soundboard. Who's the guy from
Do-
Police Academy? That was, what's his name there? That did all the sound effects or whatnot.
John
That-
Belushi?
No. Winslow, I think was his last name. Anyway.
Big
Okay.
Boss Man?
Sorry?
That's your pick, the Big Boss Man?
No, it's not the big boss man.
Okay, Zach, you're on the clock. The number one pick. Which decade are you going to? Who knows?
Yeah,
right now?
this is great. I like this. I could go any era if
Yeah.
I wanted to. I'm trying to determine where I want to go. Do I want to go like overall? Do I want to purely look at one thing, like just pure drawing power,
Right.
pure in ring? There is a name on my list that I know nobody else is going to pick, so I can't wait to make that
Oh.
selection.
Sounds like another Jay White.
No, it is not going to be a Jay White. Let me tell you. I'm going to go. I need to get some star power in my promotion.
Yep.
And I am going to go with 1990 Stone Cold Steve Austin at his peak because he's got the best combination of in-ring work, but also at his peak, he was outdrawing Hogan a little bit. And I cannot, in good conscience, draft Hulk Hogan
No.
from 1980 and 1990 because I do like work rate in my promotion. So I'm going to pick Stone Cold Steve Austin in 1990. So the 1990s Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I think the first couple of picks are going to be very tough to argue, right?
Mhm.
Like people think Stone Cold, like it's one of the best.
Yep.
Ever. Stunning Steve Austin, swimming in the ring, making fun of long hair, making
Yep.
fun of
Hollywood Blondes
Yeah.
with the camera. Yeah.
going to ECW, making fun of Hogan was always good.
Yep.
Love that. I'm on the clock, and this is an absolute slam dunk, no doubter for me. And this is Ric Flair.
I'm not shocked about that. Now, is this 80s Ric Flair or 90s Ric
Oh,
Flair?
I have to tell you, do I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was the rule. You guys are making up rules as you go along in my game.
Could be 2010s Ric Flair.
Yeah, it could be 2010.
Just sneaks in there.
You really love that TNA run. You love that Jay Lethal promo so much.
The 1980s
Yeah.
Ric Flair is my pick. 1980s Ric Flair, to me, the best wrestler in the world, period. And there's a reason why he was the NWA champion for so many times and so long in different territories, because nobody could work and do 45 minutes and 60 minutes with the regionals, promotions, biggest talent, and make them look like $1 million and move on to the next territory. And my shoes aren't worth more than your house.
Having a hard time keeping these alligators down.
Ric Flair from the 80s, gone.
All right.
I'm not like gimmicking out every time on your name, Ben. So
That's okay.
Yeah.
So I am going to take somebody that I feel like I have to have on this list.
Okay.
Because I feel like they have inspired what we consider modern wrestling, the current look and feel of wrestling, the athleticism that we all appreciate, the man that inspired Will Ospreay, 2010, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
AJ Styles off the board.
First round. Okay.
Wow.
Bit surprising, but
Yeah.
man, it's again.
I
tough
mean,
to
I
argue,
love
like,
that era, AJ.
I mean, he's incredible during that era. So up with 2 picks now. Tanner Reil.
Yeah. 2 guys on there in Austin and Flair that I would have loved to have had. I don't think I'd take AJ Styles personally this early. I don't think it's a bad shout though. I'm going to go to the 90s and I'm going to take Bret the Hitman Hart.
Ooh.
I mean,
I
everything I love about
I
that
actually
era.
thought Zach was going to take Bret Hart.
I did
Yeah.
too, to be
with
honest.
the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
I didn't think Bret or Austin would be on the board for me here. So yeah, that's a slam dunk pick. I think it's Bret Hart's best years. His run basically up to like 96 or so. Yeah, just best wrestler in the world at the time.
Yeah.
Still holds up. Here's where things get a little bit tougher now. I'm not sure which decade I want to go to next, but I might also go 2010s here because I think the bar is just like a little bit lower during this era. There's a couple of guys that sneak out in terms of popularity.
I don't disagree with you. I think that decade might be a little bit lower than some of the other ones.
Yeah. So it gets a little bit rough there. I've got a couple of guys I'm tossing around. I think I'm going to land on just consistency throughout that entire decade. For me, I always go back to Daniel Bryan. Just his full rise in the WWE. It's all in there. Yeah, I'm taking Daniel Bryan for the 2010s.
Okay. Bret Hart and Daniel Bryan off the board. Ben.
Speaking of people that inspire a generation of wrestlers, I'm going to the 90s and I'm going with the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
I thought I could sneak him in.
Everyone knows Bret's better anyways, right, guys?
Yeah, Bret's better, but that's okay.
Man.
Nope.
As per Ric Flair, Bret Hart didn't sell a dime.
I would disagree with that.
That's not true.
But Bill Goldberg.
I can tell you who won't be taken on my list. Okay. Where to go? There's a guy that you think people, Zach,
I know for sure they're not going to pick that guy.
Never going to pick him.
No.
Never. Not in a million years.
Not in a million years.
Wow.
Maybe Ben.
Discrediting you and I, Tanner.
Maybe Ben.
Oh, from some of the favorites ever. Who to take? I don't disagree with Tanner. The 2010s are a little bit like...
It's tough.
Yeah, like you go there and get your guy to get in, get out. Like you might have to, right? Well, I'm going to go Zach, and we'll see how you feel about this.
Okay.
Because I am going 2020s.
Oh, okay. I think I know where you're going.
You do, eh?
I think I have an idea.
But who is it? Guess, Zach.
Is it Will by God Ospreay?
By God, Ospreay!
Yes.
Who is not only a personal favorite, but I think when we look back on the decade of the 2020s, I think him and maybe one other guy are going to be the cream of the crop in the 2020s. And when we look back after he wins the title at All In and goes on a major run and is a worldwide star, I think that's so. I didn't want to miss him. Will Ospreay in the 2020s. I've gone 80s, 2020s.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
That's an interesting direction you've gone there, Lee.
Zach, you're up to 2.
All right. I've got the next 2. I will start off to finish off round 2 in terms of my selection. I am also going to go to the 2010s. And because this 2020s option is not available, but even then, I think this guy's era is better the 2010s than it is in 2020. Some of the best professional wrestling matches I ever saw were from this man in the 2010s.
I know who he's going to take. Yeah, exactly.
I am picking Kenny by God Omega for the 2010s. I mean, some of his matches in Wrestle Kingdom, I got to see his main event against Hiroshi Tanahashi, 2019. Still an incredible match to watch live. So I'm going to pick 2010's Kenny Omega as a nice compliment to 1990 Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay.
Yeah. I mentioned being between a couple guys for 2010s. Omega was the one that I was tossing around.
Yeah.
But I think I went with Danielson just because I think he was at his peak a little earlier in the 2010s.
Yeah. This next one is going to be a Zach McGibbon pick to no end. And this is the one I'm going to make the selection for that will pop Ben, maybe pop you. Tanner's going to make fun of me for it, but I don't care because I'm simply looking for the best.
Your own man.
Kenta Kobashi.
2000s Kenta Kobashi, that is. Absolutely. One of the greatest title reigns of all time in pro wrestling, Noah. When they succeeded from All Japan Pro Wrestling, 2 years, incredible matches, and also main evented multiple Tokyo Domes with Jun Akiyama. There's also the Kensuke Sasaki match where you see all those chop exchanges in pro wrestling today. You can look back at that Kensuke Sasaki match as Ben continues to chop me. So 2000s Kenta Kobashi, considered one of the greatest pro wrestlers of all time. My God, I got 2010s Kenny Omega, 2000s Kenta Kobashi, and 1990 Stone Cold Steve Austin. God, what a roster. No wonder I'm number one.
I actually can't believe we're lucky enough to be in the same room as you. Quite honestly, like I didn't think that we were going to be able to, but thank you, Zach, for allowing us.
You know what? It's the little things. You know, it's the little things.
Feel like now 2010s there's been a couple of picks already.
Yep,
and there's only me and you, Ben. Is that right?
No. I took 2010, or which generation did I take of AJ? 2010s, yeah. I took the 2010s.
Oh, 2010s are done, except for me.
Except for you. We've got Daniel Bryan, Kenny Omega.
Oh, well, then why would I ever waste this pick on the 2010s then?
You could take your time on that.
I don't. I can use it till the end.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes things a little bit.
Unless it's a guy that might get taken in another decade. Does he have some crossover into the 20s or into the 90s? Where that era of the person might go?
It's a good question.
Who do you like, Lee? Who do you like? Because I'm coming in right after you.
I know you are. I don't like the positioning in the poker table where we're sitting, but the top 100 wrestlers of all time.
We got to interview John Molinaro many years ago.
I look forward to John Molinaro being another part. I went up and down the roads with him quite a bit.
Yep.
As I told people. So hopefully he's going to come and do some soccer with us.
Oh, lovely.
On OSN.
Of course. Yeah.
Nice cross promotion there.
Of course.
Exactly.
Mick Foley.
Right here at the Palatial Estates in Ashton.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Wait, what for the weird ones?
Oh, so good. So good. Okay. Well, that does change things a little bit for me, but
am I hearing 2010's Randy Orton is off the road?
You know, he was so big in 2009, Randy Orton.
He was a menace.
He was a menace.
Nobody talks about it.
Do you know how stacked the 2008 WWE roster was?
I don't. Can you tell us?
Oh, it was The Undertaker was on there.
Triple H,
Kane
Batista
was on there. Oh, Festus.
Biscuits and gravy.
It was a stacked roster, Lee.
Okay, I'm going to go. Oh man, this is so hard. It's like I really want him, but I don't know what decade I really don't know what decade to put him in. But for me, he was an all around. I'm going to take in the 2000s. I can't believe I'm going to take him, but am I going to do it? Am I going to do it?
Are you going to do it?
I think I know where he's going here.
I think I think if you don't take him now, I might be taking him.
Do you know who I'm thinking about?
I don't know for sure, but I know who you should be thinking about taking.
For the 2000s, I think I know the name you should be taking too. But I don't know.
But I just don't like him. But I could like Zach. I gotta sell the promotion,
yeah.
right?
Look, it's all about making money at the end, right? So
No, you gotta have a little bit of everything.
Yep.
So I'm gonna take The Rock.
2000s The Rock.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not the name I would have selected, but that's okay.
It wasn't
Oh, I
there-
know you guys are gonna think of John Cena. I know, like
John Cena.
When's John Cena gonna
No,
go?
there's another guy I was thinking for
Oh,
2000s,
okay.
but it's okay.
Yeah.
But
okay,
I need some entertainment. I need to bring people in. Having The Rock to me is important.
You got Hollywood. I've got on my roster so far Bret Hart and Daniel Bryan. There's one guy that I think of.
It's not your turn.
But it's not your turn.
Are we not saying about? Oh, can I run? My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ben.
That's
No,
okay.
It's a great interlude, Tanner. But who's on your team?
just filling some airtime.
I'd let him go there for a bit.
TV time.
TV time. All right, so I hemmed and hawed like you. Unfortunately, I can't take somebody I don't like. I don't like John Cena. I never liked John Cena. So I'm going to take somebody who has some intensity, integrity, and intelligence. Kurt Angle from the 2000s.
Great pick. That's where I thought you should go, Lee. But that's okay. It's okay. You'll get The Rock. He'll show up every once in a while for your shows. That'll be
In the
nice.
2000s,
Yeah.
Zach, he was
He's
way more than
Scorpion
that.
King was such a big movie.
And the rundown.
Yes. Anyways, Tanner, you are up. You got the next two. I think you round us out, actually. If
I don't love the Kurt Angle pick.
I've got three
for
not gonna tell you.
2000s.
Yeah, he was okay. He was good.
Okay.
Yeah, he was good.
And he was like one of the best wrestlers on the planet in the 2000s.
He was okay.
and then there's the TNA run.
Yeah, he was okay. I'm
That's
saying
unreal.
It wasn't bad. Yeah,
You know what
it's a bit
match?
surprising.
You know what match can headline my promotion? Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels.
It was okay.
He's okay. He's just trying to downplay it. He understands that he messed up big with The Rock of the 2000s.
Messed
That's
up big.
He shows
Biggest
up every once in a while, and he'll show up, and then he'll go off and do another movie.
You have
and-
Kenta Kobashi on your team.
Goddamn right I do. Best, one of the best title reigns of all time. Anyway, sorry, Tanner. You may continue.
Yeah, that's exactly who I was gonna go with. So this has thrown me a little bit. I was starting to tee it up. I thought it was my turn. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
technical wrestlers. I've got Daniel Bryan. I've got Bret Hart.
Yeah, that would have been a great promotion, but
Oh,
unfortunately
man.
got picked up there.
Ben. I'm gonna have to adapt my 2000s picks. I'm gonna come back to that on my second pick here. So first of all, I'm gonna go to the 2020s because I think it's a little bit harder there. Less names that have really established themselves. I think that Danielson could work here. Osprey was a fantastic pick. When I think of consistency for the 2020s, going from one of the big companies to another, kind of an early founding father almost, I'm going with a guy who might get me some flack, but's often defended on this program. I'm going to take John Moxley for the 2020s.
Oh, I like that pick.
Yeah, you're sucking up to Zach.
I
You're just gonna-
love that pick.
When you think about his work in, he would have been gone from WWE by then, but
Yep.
AEW, New Japan, just so many matches.
Yep.
So much consistency from John Moxley. Doesn't get his flowers nearly enough. And
Great pick.
I don't know if there's anybody who's probably wrestled more matches in the 2020s than John Moxley.
Yep.
So that's going to be my pick there. I think I might pivot to the 80s now. Because to me, this is the hardest one to
I was
really
going to
draw
say, this will be a
from.
very interesting selection for Tanner.
Yeah, that's not his wheelhouse.
No.
Absolutely not. I know Flair was probably going to be my slam dunk there if he was on the board, even maybe in round one. Couple names I'm tossing around, but I'm going to go with the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. For
Yeah,
the
it's
80s.
tough to argue.
Yeah, probably a top
One of the top
2 to
names in
3
WWF.
stars
Yep.
other than Hulk Hogan. He's probably the
When
most.
he got there in 85, and then I remember going, like, as a big nerd, I remember he beat Tio Santana
Mhm.
for the Intercontinental title, and I went to school, and I'm like, I can't believe that guy cheated, and we talked about that at inner recess and
Yep.
all kinds of stuff. Like, he cheated. I can't believe he's going to beat Hogan one day.
Mhm.
And of course, I should have known Hogan doesn't let anybody beat him, but like, yeah, I mean, Hogan got out of the way in 88 where he ended up winning the title, right? And then Hogan beat him in 89. But one of those guys that is one of, like, you don't have to tell anyone like Macho Man Randy Savage, and even if you're not a wrestling fan, you know who he is.
Yeah, I feel like it's after Hulk Hogan, it's him or it's Ultimate Warrior, I think is the name that comes up the most, at least when I talk to older wrestling fans who are, more casual now.
Yeah.
I think of also the match with Steamboat at WrestleMania 3 is one that I like from that era. And, selfishly, his cameo in the Spider-Man movies also made me a bit of a fan. I loved Bonesaw.
I got you for 3 minutes.
Bonesaw McGraw.
Bonesaw is ready.
There we go. I do have a Bonesaw McGraw t-shirt somewhere.
Nice.
So it's one of my favorite ones to bust out. Yeah. I think Macho Man's a great pick for the 80s.
All right. I think I'm going to be cheating here, but we'll see if anybody calls me out for this.
Tag team?
Yeah.
It is a tag team.
Okay. Is it like a Brodito where two guys have individual careers?
No.
I think I know where he's going.
What a rush.
Not where I thought he was going.
Not cheating.
Taking the Road Warriors.
In which decade?
The 80s.
Yeah. I was gonna
This-
90s. I was gonna laugh at him, but
No, the 80s. So this is me showing my age a little bit, but I became a wrestling fan in the 90s, so the 80s kind of predates a lot of what I had seen for wrestling. But when I went back, it was AWA, Japan, everywhere that the Road Warriors went, the crowd went insane. I think their look transcended wrestling. And when you think about professional wrestling, you were talking about your Hulk Hogan's, your Macho Man's, but I think that the Road Warriors are right up there as well.
Nice.
well, and Zach, you could probably back this up, but
Yep.
So in the 80s, when the NWA ran shows like all over the place, they ran like WWE. And I know I'm not telling you guys, I'm more telling the audience, but like when they ran house shows all over the place, and Ric Flair couldn't be on every show of every. It would be like if when the WWE went or WWF went out and Hogan wasn't there.
Yep.
It would be like, well, who are you going to put on top that people are going to come out and see? And WWF didn't have another guy. You know who the NWA had? The Road Warriors. And they put them on top, and that was the team that people would come. They put them in the main event, and people would go crazy for these guys. And they had to split up. The Road Warriors and Flair always worked different shows because they didn't have anybody to headline a show that Flair wasn't on.
Mhm.
And the Road Warriors were like the guy, the guys. That's a tough one to argue, man. I really want to like discredit you or like say something nasty or to make fun of you, but that's pretty good.
It's a good pick.
So it's up to me now.
Yep. Then it comes back to me, and then I got the next two, and then we do one last round.
Well, I know who I'm taking with my last pick to pop.
Well, name your roster so far?
My roster is Ric Flair
1980s.
in the 80s, Will
Yep.
Ospreay
Yep.
in the 2020s,
Yep.
and The Rock
Yeah. The
in the
2000s.
2000s. So I got some entertainment.
Yep.
I got a lot of like The Rock and Flair going after each other
Mhm.
on the mic. Got Will Ospreay. The rest of I got to mix it up with. Might need a little bit more time on one of the decades. So I'm really torn in the 2010s because everyone's picked their 2010s, right?
Yep.
I'm really torn with two people.
Mhm.
And I'm going to tell you who I'm going to pick, but then I'm going to give a little bit of an honorable mention of the guy I'm very, very, very close to picking. Yeah, I can do that because everyone has selected.
Yep.
So I am going to take CM Punk in the 2010s. Zach, you can tell the story about how you got into wrestling, and it was the pipe bomb, and that was 2011. And yeah, I know he went away. And that's what I had to consider with the other guy I was going to take. And I know he went away, but kind of like Austin a little bit in that run of like 3 or 4 years, CM Punk was like, he literally kept me into the world of professional wrestling. And I think he did that for a lot of people. And there was a reason why he was gone from the business for so long and people still wanted him back.
Yeah.
And even when he came back to commentary to the Fox stupid thing he did, and like people wanted him very, very bad. So it's a bit of a shorter run in the 2010s for CM Punk than the other guy. But Zach, I was this close to picking Kazuchika Okada.
That would have been
So this close.
Yeah.
He was the other guy that I'm like, man, so consistent for so long and so many great matches. But I gotta take my guy CM Punk.
Yep.
In the 2010s.
Boy, that CM Punk, those CM Punk years, it was kind of lightning in a bottle. It's just a shame that everything that went down with the WWE that made him leave. And
well, it's the same with Austin, really. If you go look at Austin's peak, it wasn't like decades long, right? Just as Stone Cold on top.
Right.
But it's hard to beat that peak for Austin in the 90s.
Yep. Absolutely. So I have the 2020s and the 1980s left for my selections. So I'm going to start with my.
Damn it! I know who you're taking. God damn it!
Oh, okay.
You were ahead of me.
He's
Be
already
on the microphone when you talk.
It's okay. We'll let him complain. I will say for the 2020s, I don't think you know who I'm going to select. I'm picking MJF for the 2020s.
That's what I thought you were going to take.
Yeah, I thought maybe that's what, maybe were you thinking I was going to pick Hangman? No. Okay, it's all right. No, that's it. That's all. All right. But 2020 MJF, in terms of overall all around talents, I mean, there's not a lot that's like MJF out there in terms of on the microphone, in the ring, and consistently going out there. He's somebody that you can put out there for media, and he can be super reliable on that. And while still maintaining kayfabe, he is a guy that, yes, I'm picking 2020's MJF, but he is somebody you could put into any era and he would get over. And so I'm picking 2020's MJF. And then that leaves you with my 1980s pick. And this is going to be a sentimental pick for me. And you might be thinking, didn't you already make your sentimental pick with 2000's Kenta Kobashi? But this is my promotion, Lee. This is my promotion.
Yeah, I don't know why you're directing that at me.
This is all visceral.
Other people in the room.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I guess because your Kenta Kobashi pick sucked. I mean, what?
It was a great pick, Ben. Ben, tell me that was a great pick.
I was going to try to sneak and take him before you, just to see what would happen.
Yeah, just to get my reaction. 1980. This is a guy that I am picking the 1980 version, similar to kind of MJF in a way, but this guy is timeless. Every place he went to, he was somebody that fit into their era. And I think he was at his best in the 1980s. I am picking Terry Funk for 1980.
That's a good pick. Did he retire?
Well, he retired at 82 forever. There was the famous promo in All Japan where he retired, then he came back. He went to the WWF, main event there, and then left. Went to WCW, main evented, continued working Japan. Memphis, there's the famous MT Arena match with Jerry Lawler, where he main evented that. I mean, that guy, like, I know I'm picking 1980s, but you also need some legitimacy. And Terry Funk brought that. And he had mainstream appeal, friends with Sylvester Stallone. I'm picking Terry Funk for 1980.
Okay. Well, I'm going to finish off. I was between a couple of people. I have the 1990s left on my roster. And after some debate back and forth from the beginning of the decade until the end, you talk about fitting in anywhere and making other people better. We were talking about them, Zach, on a previous show of things that have happened recently and sort of dating back to history in the early 90s. But this guy went from working in Mexico, he worked in ECW, he went to WCW, and yeah, he might have evolved into like his peak a little bit later, but from literally one of the times that got me to watching professional wrestling that existed outside of North America, Eddie Guerrero is my pick in the 1990s, from the hair versus mask match with him and Art Barr in the very early 90s, and, you know, in Mexico, and then watching him as a fan when it was crazy. I know people know this, but like, if you have not gone back and understand what ECW was about, yeah, they had the Sandman and Raven and had all kinds of hardcore stuff with the Gangstas and Public Enemy and all those, but they had a time where Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit and Dean Malenko and Rey Mysterio and Juventud Guerrera and Psychosis, and like, you just keep going on and on and on some of the matches. And I got to go and witness those live and see the magic of, oh, like who's on the card tonight? Oh, it's Chris Jericho and Eddie Guerrero on the ECW card. And then going, what he was able to accomplish in the 1990s, like late in WCW. Just a guy you'd want on your roster.
Yep.
Like he could do everything. I'm so happy that Eddie Guerrero is my final pick.
Oh,
I'm having a hard time thinking about who I would take in the 2020s. I'm hemming and hawing because if I were to go on pure potential, I'd probably pick one person.
Jay White.
If I was going with somebody who's really established, I might go another direction. So
Does Tanner have his 2020s?
I took John Moxley.
John Moxley. Okay.
So I am going to just go with one of the best wrestlers in the world. And it didn't matter what year he wrestled in. He was wrestling in the 2000s. He wrestled in the 2010s. He wrestled in the 2020s. CM Punk may call himself the best in the world. Wait, did you already take this guy? Did you take Bryan Danielson?
I have
Yes.
Bryan
Oh my God,
Danielson.
he already took Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
God damn it. I just realized.
Well, at least
I
he
was-
got there before.
Yeah.
I thought you were picking Punk, and I was like, oh, well, unfortunately.
He might have had a build up, but
Nope.
at
not
least he
CM
got there
Punk.
before.
He
So
could
I
fit in
guess
a
I-
lot of areas though. Like I think even Danielson in the 2000s wouldn't have been a bad shout.
Oh my
For a lot
God. Ring of
them,
Honor
too.
Danielson?
Yeah, I even thinking that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you taking in the
All right. So yeah, this is,
2020s?
I'll go with the person I was hemming and hawing about, which is old, reliable, somebody who I think could have been a star in any decade with how athletic he is
I'm worried about
and
this
how he comes across as just this humble guy. We've seen his character work when he's gone down the dark path, and that is Hangman
Hangman.
Adam Page.
Yeah. Old, reliable Hangman Adam Page.
Yep. Can't win the big one against my guy, MJF, but that's okay.
So
It's okay.
the four guys in the 20s, though, interesting, eh?
Yeah.
Moxley, Hangman, MJF, and Will Ospreay, all
Yep.
for the same company.
No WWE.
No, there
No
you go.
Roman Reigns.
No Cody Rhodes.
I thought about Cody a little bit.
Yeah.
He's one that crossed my mind for sure.
What decade do you have left?
I've got the 2000s left.
Okay. Last pick of the draft.
I'm trying to think if this guy was taken or not, but debuting in 2002 and basically from 04 on, he was the guy in WWE. I'm going to go with Cena.
Oh, yeah. 2000 Cena.
John Cena.
I just think,
Cena.
he was their big star of the decade. And for as much flack as I'm sure a lot of people in this room will give him for some of his work rate, when you look back on some of those matches with the likes of Edge
Mhm.
and Kurt Angle and some of his early career work, I mean, he was the man in WWE for that whole decade.
The match he had with Umaga is also very good. The
Yeah.
last man standing match. He had good matches. I just, I don't think he was this elite level worker or anything
Okay.
like that. So
How do you guys feel about doing one more round wild card? Honorable mentions, wild card. You can pick any wrestler,
I've got
any
another
decade.
I've got another idea for this. We go who we think will be the big ones for the 2030s.
whoa. That would be something.
/ I guess 2026 on. Maybe it's more like 2026 to 2035.
Wow.
It's so tough to predict.
Well, no, I'm not doing the 26 to 35 because some of my picking of Will Ospreay is because I know in the next 2 or 3 years he's
And-
going to dominate.
That's the
Right.
same with MJF for me.
So if you want to, 2030 is a long way away. You got to have
I
some
like the
young
wild
guys,
card
though.
option of just like,
Again, folks, you would have thought we would have talked about this before.
yeah. He threw a wild card into this.
Just when you think you know the
Yeah.
answers,
Yeah.
I change the question.
Okay, so do you want 2030s or wild card? You want wild card?
A wild card. for
Wild
me.
card? Okay, we'll do wild card. It's a good idea,
Sorry.
Tanner, but
Oh yeah. All
honorable
good.
mention. This is honorable mention.
okay. And well, Tanner's going to be up first then because it's the snake draft, and
Yep.
we're going to go back up, make sure Zach has last pick of the honorable mentions.
Yes, of course.
Which is important.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a wild card here. I'm thinking just in terms of longevity, and you pretty much mentioned him, I think, for almost any of these decades, and I wouldn't question it. I'm certainly popular in this room. I'm going to say Chris Jericho.
I knew he was one of my guys. I'm like, I don't know what decade. Like, I didn't want to pin him down to one decade, but I wanted Chris Jericho on my team, and so honorable mention.
That's the tough part because like I don't know what the best era of Jericho is. Some people really like his 90s stuff. Some people like the 09 run. Mm-hmm. You could say more recently as well. So yeah, I think Chris Jericho.
I think my favorite is the 90s run, just because he basically went out there and did whatever he wanted in WCW. Nobody cared. So like, that's where the lists came from and all kinds of. But you're right. That's a guy that's just been around for all of it. Oh, that's disappointing. Chris Jericho's gone. All right, Ben, you wanted this, so you obviously wanted another guy.
I did. I wanted another guy because this guy is on my own personal Mount Rushmore of wrestling for myself in terms of people that I've enjoyed over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And this is somebody who has been wrestling since the 2000s. So I will take 2000s version of him. One of the most legit wrestlers. It doesn't matter what year it is. It doesn't matter what match it is. He's one of the most believable wrestlers.
Daniel Bryan's gone.
Samoa Joe.
Oh,
with the Ring of Honor World Championship run, his matches against people like Danielson, Homicide, Nigel McGuinness, everybody, CM Punk, the trilogy with CM Punk. So my honorable mention goes to Samoa Joe
and Kenta Kobashi.
All right, Zachary. Oh, it's me.
Yeah, you got the wild card.
Oh, that's fantastic news.
You made it a point for me to be last.
That's true. You would think I would have. Oh man, where do I go now?
So many different ways you could go.
Do I
go your own way?
Yeah, and there's a couple of guys I really want on my team, but just for sentimental, and they don't really hold up over the course. Oh,
there's a name I'm surprised nobody took, whether it was 90s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. I'm surprised this name didn't go off the board. Even though he's not like one of my guys, just in terms of overall impact in wrestling. When you talk about wrestlers that have kind of like transcended into mainstream or like what you think about wrestling, I'm surprised this guy
wasn't that good.
Who?
Kamala wasn't that good.
Who did he beat?
I thought he was talking about Akeem the African Dream.
Yes, of course. The Warlord.
The Goon.
Coon. Misery the Barbarian.
Sin Cara.
I knew you would get that.
Lucha.
So who is that guy?
I didn't take him because, like I said, I can't have guys that I didn't get behind.
Yeah.
But Sting. How did Sting not go off in this draft?
You know why? Because every title reign and every like winning of the title for Sting never was. That's why.
Yeah.
Because Sting was one of those guys that was awesome with other guys and certainly has longevity. But think about a big title match that Sting won that you're like, oh, that was great.
Starrcade 97.
No, that was not great.
Yeah, no, that I'm helping your point.
Right. That was
when the Horseman turned on him when he wanted a challenge for the world championship.
Yeah.
His match versus Jeff Hardy at what was it, Victory Road?
When Eric Bischoff came down. Yes, that was a great one.
That's a banner.
Jeff Hardy could not wrestle in that one.
When Triple H put the last shovel in WCW.
I'm surprised Triple H hasn't gone.
I'm not.
Why are you looking at me when you said that?
Because you still have a pick left.
Yeah.
Humblehurst Helmsley.
Do the right thing, Zach. Do the right thing.
You still have a wild card. You could do the right thing too.
I am going to. And I'm going to take Kazuchika Okada because I was going to take Kazuchika Okada before.
Yeah.
And the run in the 2010s with him, I think, other than for people in North America, the promo work that you might have not understood.
Other than his run in TNA.
That's the Green Hornet or whatever.
Yeah, that was not great. But especially Zach, when did you go to Tokyo?
2019.
2019. And I mean, like,
it was a big
from
start.
2015 on, like every big match. And I wanted to round out with some international flavor, and Kazuchika Okada to me is one of the best. So that's an honorable mention. I said I was going to do it. Zach, honorable mention. Last pick.
Honorable mention. Well, I was going to pick 2010's Okada, but
You were?
I was. But
Wow.
yeah, I was going to pick 2010's Okada, but I can't. I'm not picking Triple H. No. Look,
It's his time. It's his time.
It's like it's a new era.
a new era. I this is gonna date the audio a little bit, but on the post game show for the Clash in Italy, he said the results from Clash in Italy will change the landscape of WWE. So
The show I just watched and didn't change anything at all.
correct.
Okay.
That one. I'm debating if I'm gonna be that guy. I'll be that guy.
You'll be that guy.
I'll be
You
that
are
guy.
that guy.
I am
You
that guy.
are that
I'm
guy.
number one, Lee. I'm number one.
With a bullet.
With a bullet. I'm gonna be that guy. You mentioned him earlier, and I decided to avoid him because it's like that would have been too obvious. But I'm gonna pick 1990s Mitsuharu Misawa.
Of course you are.
I mean, the guy turned around, like he helped lead All Japan's business, was the face of the best of the four pillars, arguably as well. And
Not
people need
Sammy
to,
Guevara.
no, not Sammy Guevara. No, I can't believe Jack Perry is considered a pillar. You know, sorry, Ben, but I just can't. Like, I think of the pillars of pro wrestling. You think of Kawada, you think of Kobashi, Misawa, and now also a pillar of pro wrestling, Jungle Jack Perry.
Sorry, are you taking
I think he took Jack Perry.
Jack Perry?
I'm
on your
picking
team?
1990s Mitsuharu Misawa.
Oh,
And don't with the bullet. Go watch your YouTube, Tanner. Go do a Google search. I'll send you the link. I'll send you a playlist.
And he hasn't drawn a dime.
He sold out Budokan Hall multiple times.
You know, he didn't go to WrestleMania.
so I'd like a recap of the teams. Zach,
Yes.
we'll start with you.
I picked 1990 Stone Cold Steve Austin.
But do the order of decades, say from the 80s up.
Oh, from the 80s up?
Like
Okay.
at least or down. Like
Yep.
don't be
All right.
scrambling all around.
All right. I thought I was going by draft order. That's okay. 1980s, I picked Terry Funk.
Okay.
1990s, I picked Stone Cold Steve Austin. 2000s, I picked Kenta Kobashi. 2010s, Kenny Omega. 2020s, MJF. What a great roster.
your
Kobashi
honorable
and
mention?
Misawa?
And honorable mention is Misawa. I mean,
okay.
I need that rivalry, of course, in my promotion.
Right.
Need a draw in Japan, brother.
All right.
More rivalry.
It's, so Tanner's just
I can see him turning more red
I know every
say that.
time.
I'm turning into Brock Lesnar after his match with Ola.
So the winning roster looks like this: Ric Flair in the 1980s, Eddie Guerrero in the 1990s, The Rock in the 2000s, CM Punk 2010s, Will by God Ospreay in the 2020s, and Kazuchika Okada as my honorable mention. Ben.
Starting off in the 80s, we've got the Road Warriors, followed by the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels in the 1990s. 2000s, Kurt Angle winning the gold medal with a broken frickin' neck. 2010s, the phenomenal AJ Styles, the man who inspired a generation. 2020s, old reliable Hangman Page, and honorable mention to the dominant 2000s Samoa Joe.
Or did that drop off? Like, like fell off a cliff, didn't it?
I'm surprised 2000's Kurt Angle went that long in terms of selection, but that's okay.
Surprised you got picked at all.
All right.
This is a great era.
My list for the 80s, I got the Macho Man, Randy Savage, the
Yep.
cream of the crop. For the 90s, I've got the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, Bret the Hitman Hart. For the 2000s, I've got the Never Seen 17, John Cena. For the 2010s, yes, it is Daniel Bryan.
Very WWE heavy here.
Yeah.
The 2020s, I've got John Moxley.
Wild thing.
My honorable mention is Chris Jericho. I didn't really nail down a decade there. I think you could put him for a couple
Yeah.
different ones. And one I thought of a little bit afterwards was Undertaker. I was a little bit surprised. Maybe he didn't.
He
go.
never really had like a standout prolific. It's kind of similar to Sting in a way,
Yeah.
I agree.
where he's like he never really had the the standout for me is probably his Attitude Era run, Ministry of Darkness, but that's not really saying much. And then obviously the WrestleMania streaks, but
Yeah.
yeah, he never was a focal point.
But you go back to some of those matches in the streaks, they're terrible.
But then
Well, you mean
got,
to tell me the Jimmy Snuka match was not exactly 5 stars?
that's the thing is if you take some decades, you get like the Shawn Michaels matches
Yeah.
But then you also get like the casket match with Mark Henry or like
Yes.
the Roman Reigns one.
I
That
think
was
he took on
unfortunately
A Train and Big Show in a 3-way match.
Yeah, that's
So-
on the streak.
That's on the streak.
A-Train
Yeah.
against The Undertaker
Yeah.
And Big Show. It was a 3-way.
at WrestleMania?
Correct.
Isn't there one with Nathan Jones as well?
It was supposed to be Nathan Jones in that match, and he sucked, and he was like, you know what? He's not very good. Maybe we shouldn't have him face The Undertaker. So,
Oh my God.
yeah. That was WrestleMania 19.
Was it also when Ludwig Borga beat him? Didn't
I
Who
don't think Borga faced off against Taker.
who was
John Gonzalez did.
Kozlov?
Yeah, Kozlov.
I love double E.
Who
No.
beat The Undertaker? Clean.
Yeah, in a pay-per-view.
Great, Great Khali did too, didn't
Yep, Great Khali.
He beat The Undertaker?
he? Yeah, and then he held the world title up upside down.
Yes, that's right. Maven eliminating The Undertaker in the Royal Rumble,
Hey guys, maybe.
and then just beat him up afterwards, which is hilarious.
David was never eliminated from that Royal Rumble.
That's right. Yeah, Undertaker just beat him up afterwards, and it's funny to like. Maven's got a great YouTube channel, but it's funny. He's like, man, Undertaker did so much for my career. He did so much. I'm like, he beat you up. Like he literally like went to the concession stand and beat you up afterwards after he eliminated you.
All right,
Oh,
folks. Well, you can decide whose list you
I
think is
mean-
better. And
I mean, it was me, obviously.
yeah,
Number one.
feel like with a little bit of a miss with Misawa.
Yamahu.
That was his honorable mention.
Yeah, that's
Right.
my honorable mention.
That's okay.
Kobu.
No, not really.
He's no John Cena.
You vote at home who you think is the
I am
best.
getting so red right now.
Leave us with some comments and leave us with people you think should have been in but did not make it. If you are listening and you're screaming like, I can't believe this person, that person, why wasn't A-Train on the list?
Yeah.
Mystico.
Mystico never made it.
That's right. 2000's Mystico could have been an option. 2020's
could have
Mystico.
been an option.
Yeah.
Well, this has been fun. We'll have another draft. We'll have some more random randomizers coming up and the shorts that are never really that short. Need a new name for this
Yes.
because
the
whatever
attempted shorts, like I said.
attempted shorts. Yeah.
Novellas.
The monologues.
Yeah, it's something, but they're not short.
The
So,
diatribes.
for Ben Soubliere, Tanner Reil, Zach McGibbon, I'm Lee Versage. Thanks for being with us on another edition of The Shorts, even though they're long, here on This Is Wrestling.